everyone, it's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix film The Perfect Date, which is directed by Chris Nelson, and it stars Noah Centineo, Laura Morano, and also to Camila Mendez. And so this film really centers around both Noah and Laura's characters, Brooks and Celia. And so these two meet, unfortunately, because Brooks is basically paid to take Celia on a date to her school dance. And so he actually ends up being inspired by their date to actually create an app where he can be the perfect stand-in date. Basically, you just place your little order of who you need your date to be, what you need them to be interested in, and then he gets paid coins that he's saving up because he wants to get into Yale. And that's pretty much the whole gist of the entire film. Now, let's go into what I liked about this film. And you know what? This review is going to be a little bit weird. Because I know that this is a rom-com. However, there were so many cool themes that were told throughout this film outside of the whole romance part, and I'll tie it back into that. But first, during the course of this film, Brooks is trying to save up money to get into the school. He hasn't really looked at any other choices. He has his eyes set on Yale because he just feels like that's what smart people do. They go to an Ivy League school and then they become successful, which is like, no, that's not all there is to life. And I really love how he's kind of having these meetings with counselors and also to the admissions counselors, and they basically ask him like, who are you outside of all of the things that you think you need to be to get into school? And so I thought that it was so cool that they kind of have this conversation with him, because his character gets so lost into the thought of saying like, hey, I go to Yale, that he really hasn't thought out like, what do I want to do, like, once I get into Yale? Where do I see myself after graduating? He hasn't thought of all these things because he's too busy trying to check these boxes on who he thinks society wants him to be. And so I love how they kind of force him to really do some self-exploration into who he is, what he enjoys, and really has him thinking more about just life in general, and not being so superficial or feeling like you have to live up to this ideal image of what a college student needs to be. And so that really spoke to me. And also to bringing it back to the romance part of it, I love that there's kind of this conversation that he has with someone in the film, and he kind of realizes that his character Brooks has been basically fantasizing over the possibility of being with this person, but he really doesn't know who they are. And then it's kind of something that's said, like, the person who you really want to be with is the person that you have the connection with, the person that you can just have a simple conversation and not think anything of it. And I really love how we kind of see these two different characters kind of explore who they think that they want to be, and how they realize that they were so infatuated that they were just like, am I really compatible with this person? Yes, no, maybe. I was like, yes. Like, why couldn't I have known that when I was younger? Do you know how far off in life I would have been? I probably would have been married with kids by now had I known that. So I was like, yes, speak this to the youth, y'all, because these are some good gems that we're getting. Now, overall for the movie, it's a typical rom-com film. Not one of my favorites that I've seen, because literally as soon as this movie began, I was like, yep, that's going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and this is how the whole thing is going to end. I was like, and yes, that's exactly how the whole thing went down. But I don't think there's any fault to his cast. I think that would be more so to the script, and I think that rom-coms are still needed, especially for younger adults. But I think we need to find a way to be more innovative and to kind of push the boundaries of just having this like boy meets girl, boy and girl don't get along, they want to talk to other people, and then they fall in love. There's so much more to life than that. And I just really I want the rom-coms to keep coming, y'all. But I just want us to do something a little bit different, not something that's so one note, one dimensional. I really want to see us kind of just take it to the next level, take it to the next step a little bit. Now also too, even though we did have great casting with this film, I love these different characters that we come in contact with. I do feel as though some of the secondary characters, I was very interested to see where their stories were going, and then nothing happens. And I wanted to see more character development with the secondary cast, and I also too feel as though Camila's character was kind of shortchanged throughout the course of this film, almost to the point where I just like, why did you market her so much? I get that she's on Riverdale, she's very popular, but I wanted her to have more to do in the film, especially because when we do get to learn about her character, she's totally different than what I would have thought her character would be. And I was just like, but I wanted more of her. But yeah, overall, I still think that you would have a great time watching The Perfect Date. I had fun with it. It's something nice to watch. I'm sitting at home on a Friday night. I don't have anything else to do. These allergies are killing me, obviously. Gosh, I can't stop choking. But it was something fun to watch. It was predictable yet fun, but it still gave you the feels. But I do want to challenge. I feel like Noah is kind of getting typecast and doing the same types of roles. I know he's in the upcoming Charlie's Angels reboot, and also too he's in a film that's being written and directed by Jackie Chan. And I think it is another love story, so I would like to see him try to switch up the material, the types of genres of films that he is in. But overall, I still had a great time. So those are my quick thoughts on The Perfect Date. As always, my name is Sharonda from Pay Your Weights, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell, and I will see you soon.